understanding thyself. And this episode is all about understanding, goal achievement, the psychology behind achieving goals. So how we use our psychology to easily achieve any goal that we set out. And then how do we go about achieving that goal? So what I'm going to do in this episode is I'm going to talk to you about, my personal experience recently of walking roughly about 700 Ks across country, and sort of how I planned that trip in terms of how I set goals and then how I achieved those goals. So it's very important to understand that in goal achievement, we want to break it into multi-levels of our goal. So for example, my overarching goal was to walk from Rockhampton to Toowoomba, but that's such a big task, 700 kilometers. So for example, if I was to just try and achieve that in one go, that's almost an impossible task. It took me roughly 26 days of walking over a 35 to 38 day period. So we just got to understand that when we have these larger goals, okay, and an easy way to understand this is if we set a goal for 2025, or we set a bunch of goals for 2025 that we want to achieve. Okay, so think about it in that sort of context. So what I did is I had this goal of walking 700 kilometers, even though I didn't know at the time how far the distance was. I had a geographical place that I had chosen that I wanted to walk to, and then each day I circumnavigated my way there. Does that sort of make sense? So the overarching goal was to reach Toowoomba, but each day I set new goals and milestones for the leg of the journey. Each week I set a new milestone and a marker that I was going on. Toowoomba was the direction of travel. Okay, so if we think about this in terms of, let's say our goal was weight loss and I wanted to lose 100 kilos in 2025 as an extreme example. Okay, it's not that the goal is important. The goal is the milestone or the marker or the direction of travel that we're going to. And each day and each week, we are just moving towards that.